Don't ignore the working people of Japan. Now, as a language teacher in Japan, I was mostly naturally exposed to people of the upper middle class. People who had a lot of leisure time, a lot of free time, a lot of money to spend on English lessons, either for themselves or their kids. And I made wonderful friends within that social strata. Uh, but I failed for the first few years of my life in Japan to get to know the working people, the nurses, the truck drivers, the Chinese restaurant chef. A lot of these people, the unemployed people, a lot of these people in the end, when I was really down and out, I found those were the people who saved my life, basically. So, one example is I had a student who worked in a hotel, front desk clerk, nothing glamorous. He didn't make a lot of money. It wasn't even a nice hotel. He worked constantly, didn't have a great education. But when I really started having problems with my work, with my boss, he let me move into his house, and he and his brother and sister took such good care of me. I mean, I owe them like basically my life. I mean, I was really not doing well mentally. And these were people who really hadn't traveled to foreign countries, were not really great at English. He was learning English just to be able to talk to his customers, didn't have fabulous lives. You know, when you're young, you're so attracted to the glamorous, right? To the people who own a department store or the people who've traveled all over the world. Wonderful as well. But don't forget and don't ignore the working classes in Japan because they are so much more often generous. And this is true of every country, right? The working classes are so much more generous most of the time. I sound like a British person. I'm going to say something that sounds like, okay, so the working classes may not have the level of education and sophistication as the upper middle class or the upper class or whatever. But when push comes to shove, these are the people who will literally like lift mountains for you. I just wanted to say that because a lot of times language teachers in Japan only interact with a lot of people who have a lot of extra cash to come to language lessons. But I would really encourage you not only to seek students outside of that by doing volunteer work or lowering your prices for certain economically challenged groups, but also go out, like literally go into the streets and talk to the regular people who are during the day walking their dogs or walking their cats, because there was a guy who did that in my neighborhood. Um, People who haven't had as much luck in life, but you'll find so much beauty in them if you're open to find it. So that's my message for today. Just like in every other country, talk to the regular people who haven't had as much luck in life.